Okay, hello everyone and welcome on our weekly Devs and Holders meeting. We've got Bartek, Maciej, Mateusz and Filip with us, and I hope we will show you today something new and something exciting. So, Filip, what do you have for us?
What don't I have for you? You hear me, right? So, this week we had the sandbox fun. I had fun. Hope that you had fun watching it as well. I surely did. We just finished an interview an hour ago with the head of trading engine at the company called Bitso, 2 billion valuation, so double unicorn. So you tell me if that worked for you. That's the second interview. We were supposed to have another one today, but we had to postpone it. Perhaps it's going to be on Sunday. I will keep you posted, but we're going to have more interviews. We're having explainer videos. There's probably going to be some more international publicity in the written form from some media outlets. So you can't stop us. Can't stop us. Orwash, over to you.
Oh yeah. Hi everyone. Nice to see you all. Loud and clear. A small update from me. As you can see, there's a big movement on our Twitter channel. As you can see, we're planning some really juicy actions. So stay tuned and watch our Twitter. Like, share, and retweet everything you can, because your help is needed at most. Another thing I want to point out is recently I heard from the community that there will be some problems with stable coins paying via our DApp. Those issues are being resolved. If you had any issues or have now, contact me on Telegram because we have solution for that. It's very easy, and I'm gonna help you get through that very carefully. So yeah, thank you very much for and I'm proceed giving the hands to Bartek.
Yeah, thank you, Maciej. So yeah, like again, no, you probably can guess. Then like every week we will want to show you the progress. Still, we focus on your requests. So this is the second week when we just mainly deployed for you the fixes, the improving the security based on your suggestions, because we are listening all your comments and all your requests that you send to us. And yeah, there is small adjustment and maybe small let's say gift for you as a thank you for all your participation in our process of sandbox, something like that, because we don't have a plan to, we didn't have a plan to deploy for example, avatars to the profiles so fast, and we heard a lot of comments that you want to have your own image next to your login, so we decided that we will change our plans a little bit. So I think I will try. I will start with that, and then we can just go through all small changes based on your what you send us, right? So like always, I will quickly just log into our system using the MetaMask, right? I'm doing that for all the new people that probably join us, because we saw that there is a lot of new people joining our current pre-sale. So I'm not sure if you are familiar with all the steps that we need to do in our application. And yeah, so if we go to the profile, right, our profile, and there is option to add your avatar. And there is option to zoom this a little bit, to move it, and you can just scale that and set it in the way that you want. But there is one problem, because like you maybe know, Tor browser is the browser that it's mainly based on the security and mainly try to secure you for all the print finting things, that it's mean that they try to block everything what it can track your data. Of course, we don't want to track your data, but the canvas which we are using for this part of this module, it can be used in the wrong hands in that way for developers. Of course, we don't want to collect any data for you. We need to only this module to adjust the image. So if you just make this one first time, the image will be blocked by Tor browser. You need to allow data access. I hope it will be visible on your screen. Let me just quickly check that. Yeah, I think that in this corner is the image icon, right? And if you click that, there is a question that do you want to allow the canvas image data using in this website. So if you click allow that, and then you go to the edit profile, and once again upload that with this decision made for our website, the image will be changed and will be visible next to your all baits. This is the only one-time setting. So if you, for example, reload the Tor browser, or you close the Tor browser, you open once again, this permission will be reset. So you can be sure that we don't want to collect anything. So we will force you to make that permission every time when you want to try to change your avatar. So I hope I want to make, I'm not sure, but maybe Mateusz, you can correct me, but there is small feature as well that you can put the GIF over there. I'm not sure we allow that.
Yes, if you want to upload a GIF as your avatar, it's possible, of course, but unfortunately, it will not play as your profile picture. It will just like take one frame from the GIF and place it as your avatar, but it's possible to upload GIFs and it will work well.
Yeah, so this is the one that I decided with Mateusz to just write, because currently we don't want to use the GIFs as your avatars, but if you just back to us and say that we need to add this to the system for you, because you are thinking that this is the great option to have something like that, we will decide that we will add that in the future, maybe in the near future, that the avatars will be played next to your address, right? So I will quickly, guys, could you just look on the chat quickly, and I will back to
Yes.
Yeah.
We have one question from Namrasid. Do we know how many accounts have been registered in our sandbox version so far?
I'm not sure. I never checked that because we don't have time to look into every account in our sandbox. I can prepare myself for this question in the future. Maybe I'll quickly just send the question on our team chat, and maybe somebody will respond, and when I will get this information. But it's something around hundreds, I think. I mean in the hundreds, but around 100, something like that. But I'm not sure what is the exact number of that. Okay, so
thank you.
So one of the thing, it's hard to show that in the application, but first of all, we changed a little bit based on your request the trending algorithm. It's more let's say restricted right now, because the baits will losing the score more quicker right now. It means that the new baits are promoting and will be pushing up on the list. So if I right now just add something like live, right? Live, and I will add something. Where is my magic folder? Yeah. So something like that, and I will publish that. My bait right now is the first, but if we just reload that, you can see the score is quite high right now, and it's changed the little bit the order on the main page. Like you can see the new ones are they are promoted to higher. So thanks that it's easier to you to get access to the new better the better but the freshest information in our application, right? I'm so happy that there is some already the questions and information on the market. So I'm encouraging you to adding your information to share with the development team is using your. I mean that we are trying to respond to everything, and we are here for you. So stay in touch, and I'm sure that somebody will answer your questions or will support your help with your ideas inside the application. And so keep in mind that it's for you, right? Somebody's for you. Maybe it's just a testing, but still we can try to figure out how we can share information between us, right? So like always, I'm encouraging you to use that and try to try to show us how you want to use that application, right? Because it's everything on the paper looks great, but the best way to validate your idea is by using that, right? So this is why I want to ask you to adding more information and try to respond to others, and it will be great experience to work with, right? Okay, so. The second thing that is hard to say and show is that we improved significantly our security, and there is one white hacker, let's say like that, in our community, and we work closely with him, and we try to let's say check all the possible backdoors that would probably can appear in our application. So I can right now say that, for example, for sure the scripts, for example, in the baits, or using the files to inject something to our application, it's harder right now, and I'm quite happy that we checked everything like that to make sure that you are more safe. And next step in our plan, I can share this right now. It's to generate the keys to encrypt your information. So we want to make our application is already the topic that is mentioned during today's Philip's interview, that the zero knowledge application is something that we want to achieve, right? Something that we don't know. I mean that we know little about you, almost only the public address. So we want to achieve that by encrypting all the data that we have in our application using your keys that we will generate based on your Ethereum wallet. It means that nobody in dev team can access to your keys, and the only way to get access will be using your private key from Ethereum wallet. So it means that it's double secured, and we quite happy that we designed something like that. It's take a little bit longer to implement for sure, and you can just can see that there is, for example, somebody who is more technical. You can just get information that there is new field, for example, for user. Where is it? Sorry. Yeah. This one. Where is it? I mean, there is, yeah, okay, so there is something like public key, it will change the public key, application public key, and this key will be used to encrypt all your data, and it will be inside your, let's say the fingerprint allows us to secure everything that you posted here. Of course, I want to make sure that you understand that the public base, they are always available for everybody, right? Because they are public. But if we are talking about the messages, about the groups, they are coming as well. Everything there will be encrypted, right? Only the people who are participants in that, for example, chat or the group will be saying what you want to send. But for example, dev team or somebody who, for example, want to check our database or something, that won't be able to see anything there, right? So this is why we always want to, right now I officially can say that we want to achieve as much as possible the zero knowledge status of application, right? So I think that's quite a good statement from our perspective. I'm quite proud of what we want to achieve and what we design with dev team. And I think maybe we have any questions about this part.
Yes, everything the best for our community protection. That was pretty good part, Bartek. I really like that one. We don't have any questions regarding security, but there is one regarding our work in progress. Namrasit also asked, is there any information when the market part starts on our platform?
Okay, so the markets, what I can say.
I'm afraid that the rumors about market was released too soon.
Yeah, so I don't want to give you a date, but I can give you a timeline. I mean, the milestone that we want to achieve. First of all, for now, we have the internal process of testing the testing coin that will be replaced with BigShortBets coin. And right now we are using that for basic transactions. So if you look on a bait, and this bait will be the paid bait, right? For example, the description will be encrypted, and there will be there will be the button for paying the for information. And right now we are testing that, and this is the let's say foundation for all transactions that we want to store on our private blockchain. If we achieve that part, and we will push further with that option, and probably will add then something that allows you to create end-to-end transaction for everything, but I can say more right now. And then there could be some integration with Darkpool that maybe you with one project. Right now I'm not sure if I can share more details, but yeah, there is everything on the table.
Maybe to be more clear, we have a few large parts of application we want to deliver first. So right now we are working over the group discussions and over the more security with encryption. So this is the main part that we have in plans to deliver first. We are trying to make the work in progress over the market parallel to other works, but the market, it's not the main part we are focused on right now. It's waiting in the queue for being worked over. So we have to ask you to be patient and wait. It's not. It's a few weeks, maybe a few months from now that the market will be ready. But I suppose, Bartek, correct me if I'm wrong, but I suppose we will release the market in steps. It won't be the one big functionality, but we will release it in small steps and small functionalities that will be provided to you and allow you to perform more and more different actions, market and buying and selling actions on the application. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And we wouldn't be ourselves if we wouldn't left any, surprises for our community regarding the parts of the project. So we very like surprises. We like to surprise our community. That's why some parts are classified for you to see and for you to know. So yeah, that's how we work. Expect the unexpected. Just what I can say.
So like Tomek and Maciej said, there's if you are working with something every day for, I don't know, 10-11 hours sometimes, your question is quite obvious sometimes for me, but it's not obvious for you for sure. So sometimes we need to say a little bit more. So for sure we want to deliver our first word, what we give to you. It means that the option to create the community and groups that allows you to create, for example, another actions. I mean, the projects like, for example, GameStop short squids story, right? So so this is why we want to focus on that. But of course, like in the IT projects, we try to, let's say, create separate team for market. But it's always this, it's less resources that we want to, that we can just, there is less resources than in the main project, so it will take a little bit longer to deliver that in the shape that we want to give you, right? So yeah. So we already talked about the market, we already talked about the security. So right now I want to share you with small enhancement based on your information. For example, there was a request that, for example, you want to make a longer hashtags. So right now it's up to 40 characters, one hashtag. So I hope it's enough for you right now, because there is some rumors that our hashtags are too short for you. As well, we right now allows you to put 5 hashtags right? And if you post something like that, we will I think that I copy paste the wrong number. Okay, some things. Let me just quickly. I probably lose right now my reputation. I'm quite sure that somebody will bite down my base, but it's for testing purpose, right?
Okay, so maybe doing that, there's one question in the chat
Yeah.
regarding, also from Namrasid. He's very active. Thank you for that. When dark mode? When we going dark?
Okay, maybe Bartek, because I'm on Figma right now, so
Yeah.
maybe I will show the designs, because we are not inactive in that area. So we have a project, we have design for the dark mode. Maybe I will just show it, or you can show it if you want to.
Go on, Tomek.
Okay, just give me a minute. I will prepare the window.
Yeah, so that we are so. If it's Tomek, it's agreed to announce that, yeah, we will probably change the whole design of our application. It will be the big change. It will be, let's say, a more clear and more artistic way to share some information on our application, and there will be more connected with style that we already have on BigShortBets.com. So it will be connected in the same style with the same colors, icons and something like that. So we want to make sure that the application is the reflection of our website, to make sure that nobody can, just, for example, by mistake, just realize that you don't know what is the application in Tor browser connected, right? So this is why we want to go with that way. The dark mode is in a way we are thinking. That we are finishing the design of that. It's not a final design that Tomek will show right now. There is some requests from users in our community that have, let's say, like to see that before everybody. That we should use the font's color like in green bright ones. It allows us to, for example, mimic the style and the, let's say, culture, the style of Matrix and old Linux console, and I think it will be quite funny, but we will see, right?
Okay, Bartek, you have to allow me the screen sharing.
Like always, security first.
Like always, right?
Sorry. Yeah. You should.
Okay, so. Okay. Can you see my browser?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are our designs that are work is still in progress. So it's not the final design, but you can see that we are working, and our designers are working over the dark mode and the nicer look of the application. So I hope you can see it. Bartek, is it visible?
Yes,
clearly?
Everything is okay.
Okay, so that's the design for dark mode, and the a little bit better design of the light mode or the bright mode. So yeah, designs of the different designs of the login page. That's just a little bit I'm showing you, but you can see that we are still working on every part of application, including the visual side of the application. So
maybe you can back to the Figma, because I have idea, maybe without zooming, but we can just show everybody how many mockups and projects we have in our Figma, and it's without the zooming to don't show the details.
Okay. I will zoom out, and I'll try to zoom to fit. Those are only the projects of the dark mode. I need to change the view.
The website view, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Show.
I don't see any right now, but there is one actually. Does the login page will be always white?
No, if there is a dark mode, then I think there will be option to make, the, let's say, change that. But the main, the default one is right now is the white one. There maybe is not visible on the screen when Tomek just saw that, but we want to change a little bit the background. It won't be a white one. It will be something like bright gray, something like that, to make sure that it's not bright. Let's say it's not bright that it's you're losing your eyes contact or something like that, right, with the monitor. So so it will be something like that, and then there will be option to change that right to the dark mode without logging into the application, right? So we are thinking about it, but we will see. If you think that the dark one should be the default one, and of course we can just speak about it, and no worries.
Yeah.
Quite easy change for us, right?
Okay, so I will share a screen to show how many. Can you see it? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so you can see how many different web views, web designs of different part of the application has been prepared so far. So as you see, it's quite a lot, and it's only still a first part. It's still a beginning of working over the design of the application, because in the progress, when we will be working on the other modules like market and other on the groups, there will be a lot more of the designs. I will maybe zoom a little bit. No, maybe not so much. I'll zoom out. You can see a lot of different versions and options of the views of different screens and part of applications. So yeah, the design work is also in progress. Okay, I hope that glimpse was enough.
Thank you very much, Tomek, for that. So quickly, I just want to back to our application. And last thing, there is, like I said, we fixed the formatting. I mean, the way how we display the bait. As the same thing happens for comments, that you can just, for example, add the new line in your comments. So everything like that we change. It's hard, I don't know if we want to go through like that, but let's say it will work like that to allows you to create more. I mean, that add more readable comments or baits for everybody, right? And last thing, because I remember that we have some technical issues, and I remember that there was a few of you during the last live, so I want to encourage you to use this magic button. It's report a bug. If you see something that is happening in our application, you want to add your suggestion as well, because it's not only the bugs, it's only as well for sending us your suggestions straight to the team. You always can use that view to share with us your ideas and everything that it can help us to improve our application, right? So yeah, like always, there is few inputs like title, description. Of course, the screenshot is needed because we want to make sure that we are talking about the same part of the system, right? If you send that, it will be sent to our system, and all the team members will receive the notification that there is something from you. So yeah, I encourage you to help us, and you can always just quickly report something without telling that in a Telegram channel, because the Telegram is sometimes quite a lot of discussions there, and it's easy to lose something. So we just decided that we want to give you that button for reporting that. And yeah, so this is all I want to say. Looking forward for future, because like I said, the encryption will be ready. The groups are around, behind the corner. So it will be great to show you that. And yeah, and it will be great if you just remember that we still want to increase our resources in a project. So if you know some testers, React developers, somebody from security, please send us email with your resume or any information about you on email coreteam@bigshortbets.com. It will be great to see if you want to join us, and we will respond to your emails. It will be great to if you just, of course, we find same language and the common understanding the project, then probably we'll ask you for joining to our team, right? So yeah.
Okay, Bartek, maybe because we are going to an end of our meeting, I just paste a meeting ID and passcode to our Zoom meeting on the YouTube chat. So if you want to join us, if you want to ask us some questions live on the Zoom, you are very invited, and we would love to see you with us. We will wait 1 or 2 minutes, maybe. Bartek, you will tell us something more, and we will wait. Maybe someone would like to join us and to ask us any question live. And if not, I think that will be all for today. So Bartek, tell us something more, maybe, and we are waiting for you. Please just, if you want to join our Zoom, please add PL or BSB or any recognizable postfix in your nickname that we could recognize that you are not a bot or any other sausage guest. So
there is
okay.
one question from chat. I think it might be to Bartek, because there's Jet Ski Fun is asking, does he understand that right, that homepage is like a table with the newest posts, and groups will be the place where we can pin groups we are involved in. So can you elaborate more?
So the groups will be something similar to the profile view. It means that there will be all debates that posted in this group in order, in the default order will be from newest to the oldest one, right? And it will allows you to communicate, to share information only in a limited group that you decided, to people who you invited to the group. But the main view right now is based on a trending algorithm. Trending algorithm is it's algorithm that Emmanuel presented, I think, during our 5th live. And this is the trending that is taking the number of your reactions up or down and try to make the ratio for that, the numbers of the comments that you are posting, all the other interactions, maybe in the future as well, the transactions, and everything that in combine giving you the score. The score is how interesting your bait is. Of course, the score is decreasing by the time. So it means that, for example, let me just quickly go to the, it will be easy to show that on the application. So like I say, if you post something and it's quite new, let's say the score is not decreasing by the time, right? But if for example, it's quite old bait, the system will be automatically every 5 minutes decreasing the score for that bait to make sure that this is, the position is more accurate to the time. So it's making the place for new baits, but it's still taking that high enough to allows you to find it, right? Of course, there was a lot of requests, and we are thinking, working on that, to add you the different ways to sort that list. So right now it's only based on the trending because it's something that we want to test, right? The trending algorithm is not something easy. It's not something that you just make, you make and you forget about it. You need to just make the configuration of the variables that you need to use in the function. And right now we want to add here option, for example, to say, for example, only the newest one, or maybe something that is trending very fast in 1 hour or something like that. But still, we don't want to use that right now, because probably you won't use your trending algorithm to try to exploit that. And this is something that we want to check, that if the only trending will be the available option to sort that list, how users would try to exploit that. And this is why I want to experiment and try to discover how you will behave as a community, as a group of people who try to use that trending for your purpose, for your gain, right? So this is why we have something like that. But yeah, in the roadmap and in the plans, we have to make sure that there is different options to sort that list for you.
Yes, and this directly answers the Piro questions. Why he added 2 baits and they disappear is because the simple algorithm, puts the newest post at the down of the homepage, and that's why you might think they disappear, but they just a bit far away. But that's because our algorithm is simple at the moment, and yeah, so we're trying to play with it, so make it the adjustments the best possible for the platform. And yeah, so there's one question by Jarosław Sikorski. It would be possible to add expiry date to a bait, but I see that was answered in the chat, but can you elaborate more?
Yeah, so like you maybe know, you need to remember that the if market is free, right? There is no option by only the taking your risk to set the transaction with somebody in peer-to-peer market, right? So we want to make sure that you received enough amount of information to make your decision and decided that you want to take risk to buy some information or not. So instead of next to the things like title, hashtags, and opinions from other users in the comment section and reactions, there as well will be 2 additional fields for baits. In the first step, it will be only for paid bait, but maybe in the future for all the baits. It will be first of all the expiration date for this bait, so how long this, for example, information is before the release, or maybe how long is, let's say, valid for market. And second thing is how certain this information is. So for example, if you put something like 5% of sentence, 5% of true, for example, you can just guess that it's a rumor. But if it's 100% and somebody say, I have a papers for that, you know that it's something that it's valid and is based on some documentation, documents or something like that, right? So yeah, we want to add something like that. Right now there is not a lot of let's say market information in our application, so we just a little bit postpone that in the time. But when transaction will appear, when we will deploy the transaction to the application, then this information will be visible for you, because we want to make sure that you have all needed information to make your decision to take a risk and make the transaction with somebody.
Nice, thank you very much for that answer, Bartek. I think it will be sufficient for the community. I don't see any more questions. I see.
Yes, one question about the marketing, but I'm not sure it is this meeting.
Yeah. It's not quite our area of expertise, so I think we should not answer that question, because we are not allowed.
Yeah,
okay,
we are just sitting in the basement and we are just making the
Yeah,
code, so we don't know what is going on.
Yeah, we haven't seen any sun in months for now, so
okay, so
maybe Mateusz, I can see Mateusz have a window, so he can see a sun, but all the rest of us,
first time in 2 months.
yeah. Okay,
maybe actually I can answer this question. It will be just simple answer. When we start promoting BigShortBets on the social media on a huge scale, sooner than you think, and that would be enough.
Okay, there's no one waiting in our waiting room on Zoom, so I suppose no one wanted to join us, unfortunately. Okay, Bartek, Maciej, I think that's all for today that we can share with our community. So maybe we can wrap it up and.
Yes, exactly. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining today. As I want to remind you, subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our Telegram channels, join our brainstorm channel. Just share your thoughts on any ideas you have on the projects. You are more than welcome to doing that. We are open for that very much. Already community really helped us, and a lot of the ideas came to see the daylight, so that's a very good thing. We love our community, that's why we are doing it. And so I don't know, just jump on our Twitter account and just like hit like, retweets, everything, comment everything you can, just show yourself. We love if you're gonna show yourself and show your support. That's the best thing.
And if you are hungry for knowledge, keep in mind that there is great interviews made by Philip, right, with huge amount of knowledge from guys who are, in the top of the cryptocurrency market. So if you are, hungry for knowledge, back to the Philip's interviews, make comment, share your love there, and take this free knowledge, because I can say that, for example, the dev team already learned something new. And so I'm sure that you find something there as well for you.
Okay, and for the last words, I just want to remind you that please have in mind that in IT projects there are periods of time when we are working on a bigger piece of code and a bigger piece of functionality, and there are times where we can deliver fast small things, and there are times that we are working on something more, and it takes some time, sometimes 2, 3, 4 weeks. So please have this in mind, keep this in mind, and we promise that soon we will release something more, and the application is still growing and we are still working on it. We haven't stopped after the sandbox, so don't lose your faith in us. We are still on the project.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys.